Greetings, everybody, and welcome to your weekly horoscopes at work from readthestars.com, and in what I am calling triple whammy week. It's going to be a wild ride, so get ready. Let's start by talking about Monday. Yes, indeed, that big full moon is a lunar eclipse, and it is in the sign of Sagittarius, and it means that for a little while, we're going to lose contact with that part of us that has like this great search for truth. The truth is going to be very elusive. So the things that occur in the news, and there will be some, may be based on things that are not entirely, forthcoming. So I would caution anybody and everybody against taking big moves on Monday. Not only do we have this eclipse in a sign that's so closely attuned to our higher mind, we also have Neptune going into a station to retrograde condition, meaning that from the standpoint of Earth, it's going to appear by optical illusion that Neptune is moving backwards, and that starts at about 5 o'clock. And Neptune is recently just recently got its legs, so to speak, if it ever does get legs, in the sign of Pisces. It's more just sort of like this mist that descends upon a sign and kind of clouds everything up. You Pisces people certainly are very used to this feeling in a way, but with Neptune in your sign, it's even more noticeable. The rest of us, wherever Pisces is in our chart, is an area that is profoundly affected, and unless you can maintain a very strong connection with your spiritual life, whatever form it takes, okay, then you're going to be in trouble. But if you do keep this connection with your spiritual life, it's going to be even more rewarding than usual. So remember that, okay? Finally, to end Triple Whammy Day Monday, Venus will square Mars at 8:29 p.m. This is going to raise a few arguments. Venus being, our friendliness, and Mars being our aggressiveness. There's going to be a little bit of a tango going on. So just be careful what you say on Monday. Be careful what you do. Just be careful. It does not mean to not leave the house. I am not advising that. Sorry for those of you who don't want to go to work. But it is all about really being very, very cautious and careful and listening very closely to what's going on and not really acting on it right away. Okay, Tuesday, there's this great, big, wonderful Sun and Venus, the transit of Venus across the Sun. Don't stare at it. That's my first advice. But the planet Venus is going to be right with the Sun and will be visible, but I wouldn't stare at the Sun on any kind of a day. So use the scientifically filtered pictures of this event. People are kind of like thinking this is going to be the end of all turmoil on Earth. I am more or less predicting that because the transit of Venus across the Sun is accompanied by the transit of the Moon across Pluto, because they will be at the same the same longitude or latitude, what we call a declination, not the longitude. The longitude is a measurement of the place in the zodiac. The latitude is how far north or south of the ecliptic they are. They're going to be aligned in both those aspects on Tuesday, late Tuesday. And as a result of that Capricorn moon is really going to be strong, and people are going to be feeling very sexy. So Tuesday's a very sexy day. Those of you who are concerned about Venus retrograde and hearing about those past lovers, this might be the day, okay? Or if you're a past lover and you want to call that person that you just can't forget, could be a good day for that too. Wednesday, a nice, clean, decent Capricorn moon. Thank goodness. It'll be trine Mars and square Saturn, so everybody will want to do stuff, but we'll kind of hold ourselves back just a little bit, and that's not a bad thing. With as much energy as flowing around right now, we really need to just take a little break, and Wednesday is a good day for that. Thursday, the morning will start out slowly, because we will have the moon void, of course, until about 10:17 a.m. Eastern Time. And also, Mercury will have moved into Cancer. Okay, that happens early in the morning, around 7:16 a.m. And that nice, quick, facility of communication that we've had, where it's all just kind of mental and superficial, is going to transform profoundly. And we'll be addressing that here on readthestars.com. And we also have a Sun-Mars square, which is basically people acting up and then other people acting up against them. A lot of fights and battles, so try to avoid those if you can. Friday, Moon in Aquarius and Mercury trine Neptune. It's just going to be a great day for creativity and a fun weekend. Just do something fun this weekend, okay? Saturday, we'll have the moon transforming from Aquarius on into Pisces, at which time, of course, the moon will conjoin with Neptune at night. It's going to be a fun evening. Just watch you don't take in too many intoxicants, because the temptation will be to just want more and more and more and go further and further and further. Unless you're meditating, probably not a great idea. And even sometimes meditation can be taken too far. So moderation, please. And then finally on Sunday, we have the Pisces moon just sort of sitting there, making little nice aspects to Mercury and Pluto and even to Venus in the afternoon. And it's just a great day for relaxing and enjoying the almost summer feeling here in the Northern Hemisphere. And the almost winter feeling for those of you in the Southern Hemisphere. The change of seasons is upon us in more ways than one. So stay tuned to readthestars.com to find out more about it. And if you would like to have a private video reading where I read about your chart to you on a YouTube video that nobody else can see but you and me, go to readthestars.com, click on private video readings, and we'll follow the process. $19.95, and you can have your questions answered by me. So, that's it for this week. I hope that you will keep watching the videos as I keep posting them this week, because there's a lot to talk about. And be well. Again, it's Judy, Judi, at readthestars.com.